Let's watch a couple examples of Trump talking to a Fox News host, the only network he'll talk to anymore because they're the only ones favorable to him, and see what he has to say, surprisingly managing to get fact-checked even by Fox. So I guess they're part of the woke fake news as well now, huh, MAGA?
And yet they're offering people $750
for immediate needs.
For the worst, but for the worst hurricane that anybody's seen. But she shouldn't be there anyway. She should be, I would say North Carolina is bad, is so bad. And
she was there today for 3 hours, I believe, Kamala Harris.
I just think it's great to see the largest propaganda network in America also fact-checking his lies. I guess them losing the largest defamation lawsuit in history for knowingly spreading Trump's lies has them a bit cautious, rightfully so. And I just can't believe the horrendous way that Trump has tried to politicize this tragedy, pretending that $750 is all the victim gets, which is wildly untrue, as even the Fox host points out. It's just for the immediate needs. There's more programs and other procedures and funding available throughout the length of a tragedy like this, pretending that they're withholding aid or running out of money for the victims. MAGA saying they're being spent on illegal immigrants instead, which, by the way, could directly lead to some people who need this aid not applying for the aid because they feel like they won't get it, despite it being readily available to them. And the only party voting against FEMA is Republicans. They overwhelmingly voted against funding it in the last time it came up. And then acting as if Biden and Harris hasn't been visiting the victims or coordinating with the states when they've been in each state in constant talks with the leadership and offering them anything they need, to where there's been multiple occasions where Republican governors even have came out to say that as much is true.
How will you restore faith in our justice system? A lot of people will say, well, he's just going to do to them what they did to him and get back at them. And
a lot of people say that's what should happen. Well, you want to know the truth.
Right. Well,
this is a perfect example of fine for thee, but not for me. Many of these cult members cheered on Trump in 2016, openly stating he would go after Hillary. There's cheering him on right here, alluding to the fact that maybe I should go after my enemies. In 2016, they chanted lock her up. They praised Trump for doing so, to where his DOJ did open 3 separate investigations into Hillary and found absolutely nothing, mind you. But now they're acting like crybaby victims when it's Trump being prosecuted, yet they still can't even bring themselves to say, okay, what Trump did in 2016 was wrong. They go through so many mental gymnastics to jump through the hoops and say, well, it boils down pretty much to Trump is fine to weaponize the DOJ and go after a political opponent because Democrats bad. But when Trump gets prosecuted and there's no connection to the DOJ, to the Biden administration, he's openly said he doesn't want to get involved in it. Many of them are state level cases also, which the DOJ doesn't even get involved with. They have to go and try to connect every single dot they can to how it's a conspiracy and the DOJ is weaponized and why it's wrong, which is why you literally can't take these people serious. There's not a shred of logical consistency.
I say to the women, and I think I do very well with the women, actually. I think it's a lot of fake polling. I think I do very well because I say, I will keep you safe.
Trump, who has sexually assaulted a woman, was found liable for it, where the judge said by all definitions he raped her, has 23 other allegations against him, including from a minor, has said you can grab women by the you-know-what and do whatever you want to them, specifying that you don't even have to ask. This is rape, who then went on to get Roe overturned, which has raised maternal mortality, led to children victims carrying to term. We're supposed to believe that women like this guy? And I think it's extra funny because he'll say things like, I don't need to debate Kamala again because I'm up in all the polls. All the polls have us doing well. But then you bring up any poll to him where there's not a positive thing to say to him, about how he's trailing massively to women voters, and all of those polls are fake and we shouldn't believe them. I mean, anyone who buys this stuff at this point is just as far gone as he is. There's no justification or excuse at this point, 8 years into the lies and chaos.